Hey, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, Road to KSP2. Yeah, this is basically just my third episode. Oh, shoot. My watch is going crazy. Yeah. Anyway, this is episode 3. I'm sorry I haven't been, recording for a bit. I, I am. I just went back home for a couple of weeks, and now I'm back. Yeah, so now I can record videos again. Yeah. So we're starting off with my first launch of the episode, which is my geostationary satellites. I need them because I can't communicate with things that leave just anywhere. I can't communicate with like half my satellites without them. So, yeah. Now I can finally communicate with my satellites, and I soon will be able to communicate with satellites I put around the moon and Minmus. So, yeah. This is why. Shut up! What the fuck? Sorry about that. If you hear, like, not whatever, doesn't matter. I just came from eating Subway, so yeah, just had some food, and yeah. So basically, this I'm extending my, you know, my like Apple Apsis till it's where geostationary orbits can be. And if you don't know, a geostationary orbit is where the length of the orbit is also the length of a full day for the planet, which makes it, so it's constantly floating above the same point. That way, everything underneath it has constant contact. Yeah. So, what's kind of cool about this is now I can fly airplanes without, I can fly airplanes around without the, what's it called? Pilot. I don't need the pilot anymore. I mean, I'm still going to use the pilot for the airplanes and stuff like that, but I don't need it anymore. Yeah, so here, you get to see my files. Yeah. Anyway, we're extending the periapsis, and there we go. That one's in geostationary orbit, and it will stay above that point forever. It may have a slight, slight change from there, but it's whatever. Now this one is nice because it'll be right over the KSC permanently. So yeah, it'll stay forever over the Kerbal Space Center, which means we will have constant contact with the Kerbal Space Center. Pretty much no matter where we are, which is really nice. And then I had to increase the periapsis here because if I came back around, it would be too close to the other one. Yeah, it was just a whole deal. It's not a true constellation for a geostationary satellite. I messed it up, but that's fine. It works. It works incredibly well now, as you can tell. Yeah, and I even did some tests and things like that, and there was a constant connection to everywhere that all of the satellites and all of that. So I'm not complaining. Yeah. So yeah, here's my. I'm building a Minmus lander. Yeah, we need to get to Minmus, and this is actually it's an Apollo style lander, which I'm really pleased about, and it worked. It worked well. Like it worked really well. I'm very pleased with how this mission went. But yeah, you get to see how I did my stage separation and all of that, and yeah, it's pretty fun. I like how I did this rocket. I also liked how I did the last. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. My new room is in the worst location. It's right next to a loading dock. Yeah. So the first stage, it's like sort of Soyuz style, but not really. I don't know. I liked it. I liked how I designed it. Um, yeah. So a solid rocket booster basically blasts away to push us away, and then the rocket itself like pushes us away. Also, I mean, look at how well the waterfall mod works with KSP. Like it's so good, and I can't wait till KSP 2 comes out, because then it's gonna look. I feel like KSP 2 is gonna have that good of graphics like right off the bat, just right off the bat. Like the graphics in the game already look so much better. From like all of the alpha clips and things I've seen, like they look amazing. Yeah. So I just got a encounter with it, but before I could do the encounter, I flipped around and I docked with the front of the module. So yeah, there we go. I did like the Apollo thing, but I did it with a more like Soyuz style rocket and stuff like that. I loved how this rocket turned out. I loved it. It was great. And it's not an exceptionally powerful rocket. Like I had to use some of my next stage, like the landing stage. I had to use some of the landing stage to get there. But it's not that bad, because like I had so much delta V, it doesn't even matter. Like you don't need that much delta V to land on Minmus. It's not like an exceptionally hard thing to do. Plus, I believe I left the lander on the ground, or part of the lander on the ground there. I mean, we'll see in just a minute if that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry if it seems like I recorded this before I left, and that's 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I barely remember doing this mission. Yep. So yeah, now we're canceling out our velocity over Minmus, which gives us a Minmus capture, and it was in a slight halo orbit too, which was kind of cool. But yep. Now we get to cancel out our velocity over Minmus, so we can land. Or, well, actually, we needed to be in orbit first. We needed to have an orbit, and then we needed to undock with the little module, and then land ourselves on the ground. Yeah. Oh man, I was just so pleased with this mission. This mission went so well. Like, yeah. So yeah, I burned there to, land better. And then when I was coming in, I found out that I was gonna land on the little like mountain peninsula over there, so I had to cancel out my velocity even more. Then I found out I was gonna land over there, so I pushed myself over, and then I canceled out my velocity going down. Then I found out that actually my RCS is so strong that it actually reduces my velocity, and I didn't need to use my engines, but I still wanted to use the last I think it was 80 delta V I had to land, which I mean I didn't need to use it, but I wanted to. And yeah, here's my flag. I planted it, and then as I named it the first on Minmus, and then I just put Jeb was here, Artemis 2, and then yeah, I flew back in, And then I started doing all my experiments, as, you know, you should. Holy fuck, it is cold in my room. Why is it so goddamn cold? Alright. Yeah. I decided that, hey, while I'm at it, I can fly to this mountain over here and get the science from the mountain as well. So, that's what I went and did. And, I mean, wasn't a bad idea. Yeah, I decided I'd fly all the way back. Yep. So yeah, I put in some of the science, then I got on my ship, and then I did some more science. Then I had to go and collect that science. I had to like manually collect all of the science, which was kind of a pain, but it was okay. Then I found out that in like one place I collected the science while like I was floating, and it ended up just floating there, and it was weird. I don't know how that exactly worked. And then I had to go back and get even more science from over here, because I didn't get the aerial science, like the science from above it. And I think I ran out of fuel. No, I didn't. Never mind. That was good. Yep. And then I just needed to wait until it was directly over me so I could launch. Yeah. Like, look at that thing. I loved how well I built this craft. I loved this craft. It just looks cool. It just looks cool. It looks very Kerbal. It looked amazing. Yeah. And there we go. We're circularized, and then I had to start doing all of the encounters and stuff like that. And yeah, it was. Look at it. There's where I needed to reach. I needed to reach that ship, and then I would reach it on the other side of the planet, which I now reached. I just had to do a little boost towards it. And yeah, we were coming in really close. Now only 400 meters away. I just decided to speed up the process a little bit because I was going in kind of slow. And then I tried to do the, Matt Lowndes lazy method for docking, but then I realized I had nothing on there to control it. So I had to do the real way to dock. But I have docking indicator, so that's much easier. And there we go. Now all I had to do was transfer my crew into the other module, and then I had to go out, take the science, and put the science in the other thing, which was kind of a pain, but it was fine. Yeah. And then I just left the thing in orbit. Yeah. Yeah. Then I basically lifted up my I just decided to return. It's kind of hard to like decide what you want to say about it, about this portion, but I will say I think after this mission we have like 310 science to deal with. Like I don't remember what I unlocked with it, but I know it helps. I know it helps a lot. We also had a really high speed going into the atmosphere, so I had to bleed it off with this. And I mean, I bled it off quite well. I only had 1,800 to go, which isn't that bad. Yeah, nothing like our first moon landing. Our first moon landing was terrible. It was doomed from the get-go. But I mean, hey, Jeb survived. Jeb is a genius. Jeb do what he do. Yep. And here we are, upside down, landing in the water. Yep. Thank you guys for coming, and I'm glad to start doing videos again. I'm gonna put more in, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.